international officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Fernando Velarde. Second referee, Mr. Marlon Macabenta. Let's welcome our starting lineup from our Maverick Hard Hitters. Let's begin with their team captain, who wears jersey number 11, Razel Palisok. At number 1, Jerome Michael Cordez. Wearing jersey number 4, John Raymond Rabino. At number 12, Wilbert Sebrero. Number 16, Jethro Cabilian. And number 23, France Lander Racaza. Starting libero is number 8, Ricardo Alfaro. Head coach, Mr. Erickson Ramos. Calling on our PGJC Navy Sea Lions. Let's begin with their team captain, who wears jersey number 16, Seaman Second Class, Greg Dolor. At number 4, Seaman Second Class, John Ashley Jacob. Number 9, Louis Budadera. At number 15, Seaman Second Class, Peter Kiel. Number 17 is Seaman First Class, Wilbert Sapida. And number 18, Seaman Second Class, Oven de la Vega. Starting libero is number 13, Seaman Second Class, Jack Kalinking. Head coach, Mr. George Pasqua. This is match number 7, preliminary round, season 7. The Open Conference.
Your starters for Maverick: Palisok, Cabilian, Racaza, Cordez, Rabino, Sebrero, and Alfaro as their libero. On the other side, it's De La Vega, Sapida, Jacob, team captain Dolor, Peter Kiel, their middle, with the setter Louis Pudadera and Jack Kalinking as their libero. Good news for all volleyball fans. The PVL, UAAP, and Spikers Turf can now be enjoyed on One Sports on high definition. Catch the games on One Sports HD Channel 17, only on Signal. One Sports HD is available to all active Signal prepaid and postpaid subscribers. And Maverick still looking to win their first set of their very young Spikers Turf stint. Sa kabila naman, PGJC hoping to keep momentum after picking up their opening win.
This is two very different teams. You have PGJC Navy, a very intact team in terms of their core lineup. Meanwhile, Maverick just starting to learn that chemistry as they are a new team here.
Maybe one of the changes coming from the side of PGJC Navy is that Jacob used to play off the bench, right?
That's
Usually
true.
he was the energy guy from the second unit, but he has done consistently well. Kaya naman siguro na sama na siya sa ating starting unit for the Sea Lions as they'll open the match with a point, but unfortunately they give it right back with a service error.
No, and for Mavericks, they have an opportunity here to win, but they really need to start strong in this game.
Alam mo, kailangan kalimutan mo talaga yung nangyari ng first game. No? You pick up the lessons, but you can't let that 3-set loss shake your confidence too much. You've been putting in the work in practices, and you need to just focus on the next game.
No, that's true. And for Mavericks, there were some positives in that game against Chris Cross. They were able to keep it tight in the second set. So they know they can get there. It's just a matter really of being consistent in the set and having that strong end game.
Almost a service ace there for Jacob, but Peter Kiel finds a way to score anyway.
You can't give that overpass in front of Kiel. Definitely has the height and length advantage there. Easy outing for him.
Dahil sa ganda ng serve, no? Itong si Jacob, naging madali ang buhay for Peter Kiel. This time though, sends it straight to the net.
Oh, that was their second service error. Tough start for them on the service line, talking about PGJC Navy.
It's something that you will have to minimize if you're PGJC because you're undoubtedly the team that has more chemistry. So really, what will open the door for Maverick here
That's true.
is if the Sea Lions commit mistakes.
That's true. They're not just giving 3 points, they're actually giving Maverick some confidence to keep this game tight and gain momentum. As you take a look at this replay, Palisok there found a donut hole to get that point.
You know, Palisok is a talented scorer. Can get points in a variety of ways. Back set. Oh, that's De La Vega scoring.
So if you have Palisok on the other side, De La Vega has been that efficient attacker on the side of PGJC Navy. Taking advantage of that loose block. Now for Mavericks, in terms of offense, they really have to play smart here.
Good block there. Oh, that will be called out by our officials. A little long on that attack.
Now Cortez has the right thing in mind to go down, but as you mentioned, just too wide for that.
Peter Kiel now serving as they lead by 5 here. Again, ito yung malaking problema ng Maverick. They struggled to get those attacks through the defense of Chris Cross.
No, and right now it's PGJC Navy also having a great day in terms of net defense, in terms of blocking. As I mentioned earlier, Mavericks really have to play smart. They can't play all power in this game against PGJC Navy.
Another good touch on the block. And the combination of Sapida and Dolor. Nice dive there as De La Vega will send it across. Cebrero with the set. The drop ball will not score. De La Vega. Not great attacks coming from PGJC.
No, that's true.
And there's a net touch. So that's another unforced error on the side of the Sea Lions.
No, great patience on the side of Mavericks. A lot of attempts on their end in terms of attacking.
Now Razel Palisok will be serving now for Maverick, only down by 2 points early in this match. Is called in.
A great serve there coming from Palisok, just right on the line.
I think Jacob wanted to see if that went a little long, but it looked like it really touched the line.
That's true.
That's why there was no protest. This one is definitely out though.
A miss hit there. Good toss, but it was really the contact. So actually a good start here for Mavericks, although they're getting, you know, 3 points, some help from the PGJC Navy, but a really great show of just keeping this game ball tight so far.
And that will lead us to our first technical timeout of your opening set. It is 8-5 in favor of the PGJC Navy Sea Lions against Maverick. We'll take a quick break.
End of the first technical timeout.
You are still watching the Spikers Turf 2024. Coach EJ Ramos admits to being completely overwhelmed by the performance of Chris Cross. One of the major problems was they could not adjust immediately to the blockings of the King Crunchers. He also said that it does not help much that they only have 2 times a week practices because of school and work schedules. In fact, he even had to change some players on the day of the game. Nevertheless, they gotta work, they gotta keep up with the strong contenders like Navy and focus on their confidence, especially on situational games. Against Navy, they know how athletic these men are, so they they got to keep up through attacking and passing. Carlo Nayel?
Thank you for that report, Ms. Mika Abesamis. And that's the challenge. That's the biggest challenge with a new club team.
That's true.
It's very difficult to put down the foundations of the squad.
And to only have 2 practice days in a week against teams who are training consistently is also another different story here. That's why it's going to be really challenging for Mavericks.
Greg Dolor now serving as they're up by 3. Major advantage in attack points. Nasungkit pa ni De La Vega, and they will keep this rally going. Cebrero sets it up. Oh, look at that effort coming from Dolor. So si Jacob a little too aggressive there.
That's true.
There are pros and cons to his aggression. Sometimes it could lead to a mistake here and there.
No, but a great effort on the side of his teammates, even from him there, but just couldn't control the momentum of his body there, really trying to adjust with a tight set.
Well, it was already a scramble, no? So hindi niya na rin nabasa kung saan talaga papunta. As the score is 9-7 right now. Sapida would be the third guy here, really after De La Vega and Greg Dolor, to power the attack for the Sea Lions.
And one thing working really well for the PGJC Navy right now is they would commit an error, but at the next point they will convert right away. And that's the reason why Mavericks could not gain some momentum here as well. So far, Navy leading, controlling this game.
That's a problem, though. Hard hitters of course, happy that they will get another free point. That will be the 3rd service error.
But for the Navy Sea Lions, it could be really costly for them towards the end stretch of this set. As you mentioned, they really need to minimize their errors here, despite the fact that they're actually getting more attack points. As Jacob gets that one in. Only one blocker there.
No chance for Maverick. And as you said, they might commit an error, but they do make up for it rather quickly. Good presence on the block there from Peter Kiel. Kalinking puts it up. Jacob on the second touch, and this rally will continue. Ooh, great exchange there. And that will be 4 touches against Maverick.
I mean, Jacob and Kiel read that combination play so well.
And now Coach Erickson Ramos will call his first time out of this matchup, as this lead is at 4 points for PGJC Navy.
Kailangan, huwag ka na masyado tumitig dito. Diba ito yung middle? Hindi na wala naman masyado tumitig. Huwag ka na masyado tumitig dito. Try mo lang yung mas makakakuha ka ng makakatulog ka. Right, libero. Huwag ka na, diba nakabase ka? Ginagawa mo gumaganong kayo. Ikat mo na. Ha? One stop muna tayo, tapos service target tayo. Hey, ingay, salita. Maingay salita. Hey, Maverick! Maglit kayo!
Awesome live sports viewing is guaranteed with Signal yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Switch now and get up to 3 months with no cash out. Visit signal.tv/switch for more details. Thank you for joining us. Coming to you from the Phil Sports Arena, this is game number 7 of your 2024 Spikers Turf Open Conference. And as always, airing on Pilipinas Live as well. That's a good attack. Those have come few and far between, but that was a in-system play coming from Maverick.
No, that's true. And for them, so far they have the coverage, they have the floor defense. It's really just a matter of converting points off the long rallies.
One-handed set as Kiel pushes it to the other side. That will hit the line as well. That's back-to-back attack points for Maverick.
And And so far here, they're starting to gain momentum. That was a good play, only one blocker. And that's what they need. They really need to distribute the balls well. They can't have, you know, PGJC Navy reading their offense easily.
Raza loading up on his serves. As they will go to De La Vega at cross court. Too much angle on it. So after the timeout, 3 straight points for Maverick.
A quick 3 points for them, and a little help there from De La Vega. A great intention to avoid the blockers, but as you mentioned, too wide there.
Franz Lander Racaza serving again. Dolor was a target. There's a miss-hit. You heard it. As Jacob commits an attacking error. 4 straight points, and look at this, we're tied at 12 apiece.
And credit that also to the great serving of Racaza. Lot of power putting PGJC Navy out of system.
It starts there. This is a good ball to work with though, and De La Vega slowed down by the blocks. Sombrero will set it up. Oh, good presence there. Jacob and Peter Kiel finally halting that run coming from Maverick.
All angles closed there for Cortez. Take a look at this replay. Stuffed block there. No coverage on the side of Mavericks. Now, as we mentioned earlier, they really need to work on the playmaking, especially for Sombrero. Again, 2 blockers with their attackers is really difficult because solid net defense so far for PGJC Navy.
Oh, another service error coming from Jacob.
The toss was a bit low for the jump serve.
So what do you do? If you toss it a little low, how do you adjust?
No, you can just put it in. You can't anymore try to go for a deep serve. Spinning it in can really help because toss is very crucial in the jump serve.
Cross-court kill is there for Razel Palisok. Look at this. A lead for Maverick. They were down by 4 just a few moments ago.
No, and that's because Maverick starting to play faster this time. Great transition plays. They are much more in sync right now.
They will go to Greg Dolor, and too much angle attacking error against PGJC Navy. Looks like there will be a challenge. Will it be a block touch or in ball out? Block touch is the request because it was pretty clear that it was out of bounds.
You know, as we mentioned, all these errors coming from PGJC Navy, from the service line, from their attack errors, it's really helping Mavericks in this set.
Uncharacteristic errors at that, because you don't expect a team as experienced as PGJC Navy to have, you know, this many errors. As you can see, there is nothing.
Very clear. No block touch there.
Well, sometimes that's a pseudo timeout, right? It's an opportunity for Coach George Pasco to talk to his squad right now. Kasi nalamangan na po sila dito sa ating first set, 15-13.
Definitely pressure is on the side of PGJC Navy. There you go, finally a cleaner attack on the side of the Sea Lions as De La Vega got that one in off a cross-court attack. And you know, this is a very strong front row right now for PGJC Navy. They need to take advantage of this. They have Sapida, they have Dolor, and De La Vega.
Oh, there's a gap in the defense. No one able to dive for it for the Sea Lions. And now we push to this timeout. Our second technical timeout of your first set, 16-14, a 2-point lead for Maverick.
Burgers or hot dog?
Burgers.
Short hair or long hair?
Short hair.
Practice or rest?
Practice na lang.
City tour or beach vacation?
Beach vacation.
Monster Black or Fireball?
Monster Black.
Ace or kill?
Ace. Ace.
Down the line or off the block?
Down the line.
Party out or chill at home?
Party out.
It's always nice to learn a little bit more about our players as we come back to action here inside the Phil Sports Arena. Another kill block coming from PGJC Navy. At least that part of their game, they're doing well. Yeah.
It has been consistent so far. Now pertaining to their net defense, that's one department they have played so consistently all throughout the set, but definitely struggling in their spiking in that service line. Talking about PGJC Navy.
So let's see if they will keep it safe this time around. Again, the blocker still there. Sapida and Dolor combining for that one.
And this is why we mentioned it earlier, and Palisok was able to execute that. They need to outsmart the net defense and floor defense of PGJC Navy. I mean, you have two blockers with you there. You can't use all power.
De La Vega with another good serve. Galgana, pinupupunta. That did not have a lot of power behind it. This one will coming from the lure, but it is picked up. You go to the other side. Jacob there. The first touch. De La Vega will score.
No, De La Vega getting that block touch there. And we talked about him earlier in the pregame. He's the go-to guy of this team, stepping up big in the previous game. 20 big points for him. So definitely, especially in the end stretch of the game, they will rely on De La Vega.
Good numbers already for Joven. 3 attacks and an ace. Nag-iba yung trajectory ng bola, no? Di na naka-adjust si De La Vega as we're tied again at 17.
That's true. It was a good rebound here on the side of PGJC Navy, but De La Vega could not react quite well for that one.
That was Cortez scoring for Maverick. And for this new team, for Maverick, this is exactly where you wanted to be in the first set versus Navy. That's a rocket coming from the Lord. Hindi na abutan on the second touch by Maverick.
Faster and stronger attack this time coming from the lore. Works for PGJC Navy. Squeezing that one in between the blockers.
Greg Dolor will be serving to try and add on to this 1-point lead. Attack points a bit in favor of PGJC over reception. They go quickly to Jacob. And there's a net touch against the defense of the hard hitters.
But you know, for Mavericks, their libero Alfaro has been so great in that floor defense so far. So they need to avoid this unforced errors because they're able to dig the attacks of PGJC Navy.
Their defense has been generally good here in the first set. Definitely. As Greg Dolor will serve again, led by 4 earlier. It was quickly erased by Maverick, so this is by no means a safe advantage. Smart hit from Rakaza, just sending it directly to the block for a touch.
No, that's true. The off-speed attack, slowing things down. You know, the floor defense was ready for a power hit. No one there on the side of PGJC Navy.
He will go to Jacob. That is touched by the block, but it's kept alive. Picked up by Kalingking. Back row attack. Too good from De La Vega.
Again, when they need an instant point, they go to De La Vega. And De La Vega delivers that point for them. I mean, even from the back row in that sequence.
Putadera is doing his best to keep everyone happy.
That's true.
But in those momentum-turning opportunities,
Where's De La Vega?
Oo, alam niyang puporsyento siya kay De La
that's
Vega.
true.
Again, the blockers have been present.
And PGJC Navy with a height and length advantage also, but it's really their execution helping them right now in that net defense.
So ball in, ball out challenge. After the block. We'll be looking for different angles on where that ball landed after the block. Coming from PGJC Navy. So again, it was a number that was heavily in favor of the opponents of the Maverick Hard Hitters. Talking about Chris Cross in their first game of the tournament. And it's looking like it's going to be a similar case. Maybe in a lesser degree,
That's true.
but still very similar. They're being dominated in the blocking department.
And for them, again, they got that momentum. It's really a matter of keeping it and having a good end game. I mean, if you have that, even that small portion of that ball on the line, it's still gonna be called in. But still a good challenge for them.
Because it was close.
Oh, very close.
And it's a crucial point at that. It's 21-18 now. 3-point lead for the Sea Lions. Si Coach Erickson Ramos, nagbibiro pang wala na bang zoom? Good touch on the block once again for the Sea Lions. One more try to attack. Ooh, that is off. Rakaza tried to adjust with the left hand. He will not be successful.
Oh, that's true. Rakaza had the right thing in mind to again just slow things down there. Try to fake it. Too short there. That last execution.
Another timeout here for Coach Ramos. Let's see what they'll talk about. It's a similar case. They were also down by 4 earlier. Let's see if they can come alive.
So shoot lang tayo, shoot set. O, 4 lang yan. Isang patay. Servicean natin na maganda, good target, then kukuha tayo ng block. Hindi pa tapos yan.
Kuha lang side out.
Kuha muna tayo ng side out. Tiwala. Habol yan, habol. Paikutin na natin si Russell para tayo striker natin. Okay, Maverick. Angat. Go.
Ayel, do you know that you can get 7-day premium access to the NBA, PBA, UAAP, PVL, and other leagues with exclusive shows when you download Pilipinas Live? You can register now for free, available on Google Play and the App Store.
Go.
And I always get the notifications when something is live.
That's true.
Right. I had to adjust my plan by a bit more data because I've been enjoying watching a little too much on the road, especially. 5-point lead right now for the Sea Lions after that service ace.
And this is what chemistry and experience can really do for PGJC Navy. As you mentioned earlier, this is an intact core. You know, they have a lot of veterans on their lineup, and the end game will definitely be one of their strengths here.
Sapida continues to serve. Not the strongest, but just well positioned. But he was not able to dive for that ball, as Maverick will get one back.
A really smart move here, just tipping it over, a power tip, placement shot, perfect execution there on the side of Mavericks.
That was Jethro Cabillan scoring. Oh, that's out. An ill-timed service error from Cebrero.
A very crucial error there. I mean, this is still a closed match. They could have, gained momentum and closed the gap, but they put PGJC Navy right now at set point.
Good pickup coming from Dolor. They will go to Jacob. He's sent back. One more try here for the Navy. From the back. A little short there from Dolor. Again, the power hits sometimes don't go in. But when it's off speed, when it's placing, it's working a little bit better for Maverick.
That's true, and that's the play that has been effective on their end. Palisok started that earlier in the set.
But they need 4 more to extend this first set. Jacob initially defended, but they can't keep it alive. That will be the end of your first set, even if there were errors here and there for PGJC Navy. They elevated their game when it mattered the most, and they pick up the first set 25-20 against the Maverick Hard Hitters. We'll take a quick break, second set, when we come back. $25-20 was the score after the first set of action. PGJC Navy Sea Lions winning that one against the Maverick Hard Hitters. We're taking a look now at some of the highlights in this opening game for the Spikers Turf doubleheader.
You know, for Mavericks, really a lot of bright spot there. They found their strategy. They were able to adjust in terms of offense. The slow touches, the tips, the off speeds really worked for them. They gained momentum in the middle of the set, but you know, PGJC Navy, as you mentioned, has the chemistry, has the experience to, you know, somehow dominate them in that set, and they were able to execute better towards the end stretch. So far, De La Vega being the leading scorer, as we all expected on the side of a Navy. But on the side of Mavericks, you have Cortez and Palisok as well, leading the way as we take a look at the numbers. 2 more attack points for PGJC Navy with 11, but the kill blocks are really 5 kill blocks is a lot in the set. That's where they really were separated in terms of points, slowed down the offense of Mavericks. And you know, for PGJC Navy, a lot of adjustments are really needed from the service line. A lot of errors in that department. They gave away 10 points on the side of Mavericks.
Remember, against Chris Cross, they were clobbered in the blocks department 20-3. So this isn't all that much better. Let's see if the blockers for Maverick can make themselves a bit more present here in the second set. Well, this was the best set that they played in their first game, losing it 25-22 against that talented squad from Chris Cross. Tingnan natin kung kaya nilang gawin yan kontra sa PGJC Navy Sea Lions. But for PGJC Navy, it's obvious na you just clean things up a little bit.
That's true.
Avoid the errors. But on the side of Maverick, what do you want to see from them?
Well, for them, they really, I keep mentioning this, they really need to play smart, because anything they hit hard, PGJC Navy is able to defend, whether it's in net defense or floor defense.
That hit initially goes out, coming from Monrado, but there is head coach challenge for a block touch. That makes it official. Ayaw, walang umaamin sa Navy, ah. Are they having their picture taken right now? I think they are.
I'm just really enjoying the game right now, talking about PGJC Navy.
Was there a block touch? Very early challenge, right? But again, that's sometimes a coach just feels that his squad needs an extra push. So kailangan magandang umpisa dito sa second set, and it doesn't appear like there was any. No block touch.
I mean, Honrado had the intention to go for the hands. It was just a matter of execution.
Because the ball was flat eh, no? Alam mong hindi talaga pang baon yung
That's true.
yung palo niya. So that will be the first point belonging to the Navy here in the second set. Hit is also long. No challenge this time.
Well, it's gonna be very crucial if they use this challenge very, very early on in the set. They only have one challenge after the unsuccessful challenge.
This might be a little closer than the first, to be honest. So good start for the Navy. Dorado picked up there. From the back now, paon. Mula kay Greg Dolor.
A lot of firepower really on the side of the PGJC Navy. I mean, you have De La Vega, very capable of scoring, but Dolor also has been very explosive, even from the back row.
He has done it for a minute now. One of the veterans of this squad, the team captain. Honrado this time will not be denied.
And you see why Honrado is being fielded here in the second set. Has that elevation as well and power.
So you can see that Maverick is still looking for the combinations, right?
That's true.
Hinahanap pa nila.
The good mix of players inside.
And that's a service ace for Honrado. As you take a look at the excellent set, 7 already for PGJC Navy because of the quality of their attacks. But this one, the service ace, back-to-back points for Honrado. Dolor just not ready for it.
And Honrado could be that, you know, impact player, that game changer here on the side of Mavericks.
And we know that they can do it. Last time out, it was Tan who was a game changer for the second unit. There's a net touch against Razel Palisok. So another point here coming up for Navy.
But for PGJC Navy, as you mentioned earlier, if they will play clean volleyball, it's definitely going to be an easy job for them.
Finally, a good serve coming from Jacob. As it is clear that he will not be pulling any power coming from the serve. That's an attacking error on the side of Maverick. Yes, it's a 3-point lead now for the Sea Lions, 5-2.
And this is what net defense, good net defense of PGJC Navy is doing to the offense of, you know, Mavericks. They're starting to doubt their offense, forcing them to create those errors.
One-handed set. Just bumped across by the hard hitters. De La Vega off speed, picked up by Alfaro. They go to Cortez. Not a lot of power there already, and he still sends it long.
You see the intention to like just go for a placement shot, go to zone 1, but still a lot of power, too wide.
Yep, that's all because of the blocking of the Sea Lions in the first set. We have a timeout.
Ito lang, wait lang. Pagkapasa kasi, hindi pwedeng ganyan yung lalaro natin sa baba. Ikaw yung isang inaasahan namin dito. Kailangan mo na mag-deliver.
Guys, yung first set, dikit natin. Ito pa, kaya natin ito, pre.
Ilaroin natin, huwag tayo sumuko. Isang set pa lang natatalo sa atin.
Guys,
Di pa tapos yan, tara, tara.
Gege! Mga kapapre, mga kapapre! Hey! Maverick! Boom!
Good news mga kapatid, napapanood na rin tayo sa pinakabagong free-to-air channel na talaga namang para sa Pinoy, ang RPTV. Tutok na sa Analog TV Channel 9, DTT Channel 19 at 18.3 sa higit 300 cable at satellite providers nationwide sa Signal Play. We continue the action with Navy up by 4 points, 6-2 early in the second set. Jacob continues to serve. That will be his third service error.
Jacob really struggling in that service line. Couldn't find the right control on that ball.
Let's see if Maverick can get some offense going. That will not be the case. That was a very well-timed quick attack from Kiel.
And we didn't see a lot of the activation of the middle in that first set, but right now an early activation in the middle for Kiel.
Maverick, they're back a bit against the wall right now. Kahit na maaga pa sa ating second set. Jacob from the back row, picked up by Alfaro. for this. Chance ball for the Sea Lions. Not a great first ball. They wanted to score on the second touch. That will be a net touch. Unfortunately, an error from Palisok. And that will push us to our first technical timeout of the second set. This one a bit better for the PGJC Navy Sea Lions. They're up 8-3. Arena Plus, Aztecs Sports. This is your 2024 Spikers Turf Open Conference. We are in the preliminary stage right now in the battle between Maverick and PGJC Navy. We send it over to Ms. Mika Besans.
I actually caught the Navy boys doing some karaoke as I entered the dugout. They said that siguro nga dahil stiff sila sa military training halos araw-araw, they need to relax and chill a bit. True enough, Coach George Pascua talked about how he told them this. Pag hindi kayo nag-e-enjoy, hindi magre-react ang isip at muscles nyo. Mawawala lahat ng alam nyo. At prone yan na magkamali kayo na inaantay mangyari nitong Maverick. So he said, enjoy this day and game. And also, he has only been practicing with them for 2 weeks now and it's only 30% in terms of infusion of his system. He sees a lot of potential getting up in the ranks. They're focused on practicing out-of-system drills para kahit may misreceives, may mag-execute. Carlo Ariel?
Ang gusto ko lang malaman anong kanta, Mika, ang pinaperform ng PGJC Navy at kung pwede mo ba kaming sampulan mamaya. So that will be for another conversation. Meanwhile, patuloy po ang ganda ng pinapakita, no? That karaoke definitely worked to get them all loose, all relaxed.
Oh, that's true. Everything going well on the side of PGJC Navy so far in this second set.
Oh, look at that. One-man block from Greg Dolor as they now have a dominant 11-3 advantage.
Take a look at this replay. Perfect timing there. And Dolor pressing his hands in. Coverage on the side of Mavericks. I mean, for Mavericks, they already know that PGJC Navy has this solid net defense. They need to make sure they always have that coverage on their side.
Ayala, itong Maverick, you can see that they're a little bit tense, no?
That's
as of the
true.
moment. Parang nanggigigil just to get back into this matchup. For this, again, there's not a lot of power there. But it is sent out. Mukhang hihingi ng challenge dito ang Navy because they're sure that there was no block touch.
And again, for PGJC Navy, their net defense has been pretty solid. They have 7 kill blocks so far. And that's really challenging the offense of the Mavericks. The reason why they're trying to go for placement shots. Not a lot of power, trying to outsmart the floor defense. But you know, those unforced errors, they really have to minimize those.
Kakaiwas mo sa blocks no? Sometimes it could happen.
No, and this is a perfect example there. Cordes trying to avoid De La Vega, trying to go long. Unfortunately, too wide.
Successful challenge. There's no touch on the block. Big smile coming from Coach George Pascua.
Definitely happy with that successful challenge. And this is such a big gap already.
Yeah.
You know, for Mavericks, they really need to put in the extra work to close this gap.
De La Vega will just send it across. Let's see how Maverick will attack. Teodones sent back. Tabino sets it up. Good attempt, pero hindi sila makapuntos. Another decent attack coming from Honrado. But De La Vega picked up. This is a good rally. Could be a confidence booster if maipanalo nitong Maverick, and that's exactly what they do.
Oh, there you go, Palisok. One of their veterans getting that point in. Right on the right angle for him.
So Tan and Calgana check in. We were talking about Tan a lot during our pregame. Did scatter 9 points.
That's true.
In their match against Chris Cross.
Actually, the leading scorer in their previous game.
Let's see now if they can generate a run and try and inch closer here. Pero paano mo gagawin yan, di ba? Ang ganda ng options itong si Pudadera. Sapida with a quick.
No, that's true. No, minsan niya lang binibigyan yung mga middles, but the middles are very efficient.
Yeah.
Sapida and Kiel, whenever they get that attempt, whenever they get that set, they easily convert a point.
At saka bukang-buka yung depensa. Kasi nga, hindi naman madalas puntahan ni Pudadera. So when they do connect, it's more often than not an easy kill. De La Vega, easy over. And will also just send it across. So even the free ball, hindi nakapalo, hindi naka-atake ng maayos. Itong Maverick.
Another chance ball.
Pudadera once again, but that was a miss hit coming from Sapida.
A lack of risk action there coming from Sapida.
Sapida will check out for this ball game for the time being as Jeffrey Alicando will see his first action. Did not play at all against the Philippine Air Force, so getting an opportunity. Pumunta sa kanya agad, no? Itong si Pudadera, and they will get a point.
Instant impact there for Alicante.
Really great to see someone who has just come in, make immediate impact.
More substitutions here on the side of PGJC Navy. A double sub.
14-15. Lead is at 9 for Navy. Good serve coming from Dolor. That is wide from Rabino.
Again, Rabino trying to go for the hands of the blockers.
Ang hirap din kasi sabihin kung ano yung tama. Do you just go to power again at the risk of it being sent back? Or do you stay with trying to brush it, you know, across the arms?
That's true. You see the intention of Mavericks. It's really just a matter of execution as Dolor already with 5 points.
It's a service ace. And that will push us to our second technical timeout of the second set. It is a whopping 11-point lead for PGJC Navy, 16-5 against Maverick.
Ang GOAT ko sa volleyball ay si Greg Dolor. Si Greg Dolor kasi palaban na kuya sa team captain. Hindi nagpapatalo kahit sa bagay man. Kuya Greg, sana pagpatuloy mo lang yung ginagawa mong serbisyo sa amin ng mga teammate mo and sa family mo. And stay humble pa rin.
How about you, Ayel? Who is your men's volleyball GOAT?
Oh, that's a tough one. But I mean, if you're only talking about this game, definitely you have Dolor, you have De La Vega, you have Palisok on the side of Maverick. So you have all these great players, actually, individual players. It's just really a matter of, as you mentioned earlier, being able to execute that chemistry, and that's what PGJC Navy has right now, that advantage.
Oh, when it
How about
when
you?
it was first aired on Signal, no, itong Spiker's Turf. Really, the top player for me, in my opinion, was Ran Abdilla. He was just flying back then. Of course, he is still competing, but spending time with beach volleyball and indoor. But during that time, Air Force was a beast, right? Yun yung mga panahon na prime pa sila lahat.
They were in the peak of their careers. Yeah, that's true.
But you can't go wrong, really, with all of the talent. Abdilla could be it. Pacunas, of course. Espejos there.
There are really so much great individual talent.
Of course, recently it has been Jao Mandal who's been taking a step forward, wanting to be the next, top attacker here in Spiker's Turf. Pero gusto ko yung respeto ni Peter Kiel kay Kuya Greg Dolor.
That's true.
As they lead right now by 12 there. It's a joust at the net. Point coming from PGJC Navy, as things just have not panned out well for Maverick here in the second set.
And everyone contributing on the side of PGJC Navy. Villanueva joining the scoring board.
That is somehow figured out by Navy, as they will continue exchanging here in this rally. That will be a point for Navy, but it'll be a challenge issue. Block touch. The second time for a second hit coming from Honrado. May aamin ba na Navy?
No, we'll see from this challenge. But this can actually really be a good challenge for Mavericks. That wasn't the highest of attacks on the side of Honrado. So it could have scraped at least, a pinky there.
That's the hope, right? The most minute touch. If it's visible on the replay, could be a point for them. A much needed point at that. Dahil nga, halos di sila maka-opensa dito. As here we go, review. Walang gumalaw? Am I right? Walang gumalaw eh. Oh, there's no block touch. Unsuccessful, another one for Maverick. As the hard hitters, boy, just can't shake off that tentative feeling here in the second set. They're down by 14.
Especially offensively.
And look what happens when PGJC is not giving away free points. Hindi makabuild ng momentum yung Maverick.
That's true. They've been controlling the game. They've been leading all throughout, talking about PGJC Navy, and we still don't see any adjustments on the side of the Mavericks. As again, Villanueva gets a point in for the Sea Lions.
And we have another timeout coming from Coach Erickson Ramos. Let's listen in.
Ganyan. Try natin iangat natin. Kung ibibigay natin, make sure na makakabawi tayo ng third set. Yung mga first six na inaasahan natin, nilabas ko na kayo para makapag-isip-isip kayo. Ilaban nyo. Tignan nyo yung mga kalaban nyo. Hindi pwedeng ganito na naman tayo. Hindi tayo natuto sa first game natin. Hindi tayo nakakapag-isip kapag naalalamangan tayo dire-diretso. Kailangan ma-break nyo yung mga ganyan. Kayo naglalaro, kailangan mas kayo nakakaisip kung ano pwede natin gawin. Go, go, go! Setter!
Say! Maverick! Angat natin ang
Yeah, it will be highly improbable for them to get back into this second set. But what do you want them to accomplish, Ayel, sa pagtatapos nitong ating second set?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be a tough job for them if they still want to get this set. It's already quite impossible with how PGJC Navy is playing. But for them, they would want to execute good plays right now. PGJC Navy giving them some help, but for them, they want to stay consistent, gain that momentum that they can carry on in the next set.
So the starters will come back in. Cebrero and Razel Palisok come back into the fold for Maverick.
They need to gain that confidence here in the second set and carry that on in the third set if they want to extend this match.
Kaya nga binalik nila yung starters no? Kasi sa kanila ka rin talaga aasa You need to have them a bit more confident heading to the third. Villanueva showing us that even the second unit has high flyers from the Sea Lions.
That's true. Talking about confidence that's lacking on the side of Mavericks. Ito naman yung medyo marami sa side ng PGJC Navy. They're very decisive of how they're executing their game plan so far.
Attack points, dropping advantage for PGJC, but this will be another attack point somehow for Maverick.
And this is what they need towards the end stretch of this set. Palisok stepping up, squeezing that in between the blockers. That hopefully they can carry on the third set.
They go back to Villanueva, dug up there. Palisok will try, but he was sent back. Buhay pa to. They will rally. Hairami with the set. Oh, that's unstoppable from Peter Kiel. There's a net touch as well, but it really didn't matter whatsoever.
Kiel definitely had the height and length advantage in that sequence. Very easy job for him. And actually, overall, an easy outing for PGJC Navy in this set.
Good serve. Navy. That hit will score for Cabillan.
And this is what worked for them in the first set. The reason why they were able to keep it close, but they weren't able to execute these kinds of plays in this set. So, you know, bright spots, some sparks on their side.
But they just never really got any momentum here in this set. Nung nakawala na yung PGJC, they were unstoppable. And that will be called out. Naiwasan. Jose Honrado.
A lot of power in that attack of Villanueva, too wide as well.
Oh. You remember in the first set, this was also how PGJC got into set point. A service error from Maverick.
That's true. Cabillan rushing that one.
Comfortable 14-point lead here. As this set will continue for a bit more with that service error coming from Peter Kiel.
No, for PGJC Navy, they definitely have that room for errors, but for Mavericks here,
not just a room, they have a house for errors as they're still up by a whopping 13 points. Good serve. But that will be the end of our second set. Just overwhelming power. Attacking, blocking, everything there for PGJC Navy as they jump the gun and really never look back against Maverick here in the second set. That's 25-11, a dominant outing. As we'll take a quick break. When we come back, the start of our third set. 25-20, 25-11 in favor of PGJC Navy as they build a 2-0 lead against the Maverick Hard Hitters here. In our first offering for today, again, we're coming to you from the Field Sports Arena. From the start, it was already a dominant outing coming from PGJC Navy.
That's true. PGJC Navy just started strong, led all the way, controlled the game. And I mean, Prudadera has been excellent in terms of playmaking and even distribution, set distribution coming from him. Everyone stepping up as well. You know, De La Vega with 9, Sapida with 5, Dolor with 6, Kiel with 6, Jacob with 4, and Villanueva minimal minutes but was still able to contribute 3 points as clearly you see the numbers, big disparity in terms of attack points. Only 4 for Mavericks. A lot of improvement needed in that department for them in this third set. Although fewer kill blocks on the side of PGJC Navy, but there were a lot of rebounds as well, and Mavericks giving away a really big number of points. 11 points to PGJC Navy. So they weren't able to produce attack points. They even gave away a lot of, free points for PGJC Navy. So really a lot to work on for this set on the side of Mavericks.
And yung total blocks natin, that's 7-0. So wala pang kill block, wala pang
That's
nakapuntos
true.
na block itong Maverick. Kaya yung resulta rin nun is everyone's just hitting with confidence coming from the Sea Lions because they're not expecting any of their attacks
That's
to be
true.
sent back.
A lot of firepower, as I mentioned, on the side of PGJC Navy. All power on their side.
Again, Jacob with the denial. 8-0 in kill blocks in this game in total.
Really, the timing, the way they read, talking about PGJC Navy, has been impressive all throughout the game so far. I mean, solid kill block there.
Single coverage lang yun eh, no? This time around, Dolor was able to dive for it. Jacob will score the first 2 points of the Sea Lions.
And you see the Sea Lions just really enjoying this game. They're very light, and that's the reason why they're able to execute. Meanwhile, on the side of Mavericks, you see the body language a bit tight, starting
Shoulders a bit down.
starting to hesitate their decisions.
Dolor tried to dive for that, but he will not be able to keep it in play. First point for Maverick.
It was Rabino getting that point, and this is good for the Mavericks getting their own points early on the set.
And their best stretch of this entire game was when he was in the service area, talking about Rakasa. Doon sila nakabalik, no? From being 4 points down. He will not be able to stay there for long, though, as De La Vega quickly ends that service stint coming from Rakasa with his kill.
And PGJC Navy just starting to play faster and stronger.
Yeah.
I mean, while the game is ongoing, they keep on getting better. Jacob again on that service line.
Parang sa dami nung service errors ni Jacob, he might end up as a net neutral at the end of this ball game. Yes, he had his fair share of attacks and blocks.
That's true.
But I think a minimum of 4 service errors. Gets a touch.
And this is again a strong front row for PGJC Navy with Dolor De La Vega, their leading scorer so far in the front row with Sapida as well. No, they want to keep this rotation.
Oh, that's a good little attack there. Coming from Jetro Cabillan.
And so far, no, it has been the middles on the side of Maverick. So this can be good news for them. Their middle stepping up, putting in the points early on.
De La Vega, another point here as he goes cross-court. Again, you're seeing 2 teams that are very far apart because one has experience and chemistry. It is clear that Maverick, they have raw pieces. They have talents there.
There's potential.
Yes, definitely. But they still need some more time
That's
to be a
true.
cohesive unit.
Because execution so far has been so easy on the side of PGJC Navy. Another overpass here, taking advantage by Dolor.
Toto de la Vega now serving. I still remember a few years ago when he first played for the PLDT Power Hitters in the Spiker Surf competitions. He thought his volleyball career was already done. Parang akala niya tapos na siya. He was ready to work, ready to move on from his sport.
And look at him now.
Yep. Pulled right back. And now a key member of the Sea Lions.
All right, now we see more intensity.
Sure.
So they're more aggressive, talking about Mavericks, especially in that offense. And that's what we like seeing from them after that 4-point output in terms of attacks in that second set. They need a big improvement in that if they want to extend this one.
You have to attack with more vigor. Kailangan panindigan mo na yung atake mo. If it will be blocked, then trust your floor defense. But being tentative will not win you this set. Meanwhile, si De La Vega is proving to be the biggest thorn on the side of the Maverick Hard Hitters in this match.
Anything given to him is able to deliver a point, and definitely a luxury on the side of PGJC Navy.
8 points for Greg Dolor. Slowed down by the block once again. Sapida dug up. Cebrero sets it up for Tan. Touch once again by the block. De La Vega, unstoppable, undeniable here in the third set.
That's true, a scoring machine there on the side of the Sea Lions.
8-5, first technical timeout of the third set. PGJC Navy still looking strong.
You're still watching the Spiker Surf 2024, and as Maverick continues to struggle at the start of this conference, they're very lucky to have a veteran in Razel Palisok who continues to remind his younger teammates about patience. Sabi niya, hindi pwede na pag nag-bounce ball sila, kailangan bawian nyo din ng bounce ball. Huwag gigil and isip muna bago emosyon. Gaya nga ng sabi ni Coach EJ Ramos, they need to be mentally tough if they want to stay longer in this conference, specifically in this match against an extremely athletic opponent. Carla Nayel?
But Mika, what was the song? Ano ba yung kanta dapat nitong? Hindi kami nabalikan eh. So I will keep hounding you until you tell us what the song was that led to this strong performance coming from PGJC Navy. Nakapuntos man itong Maverick. Mabilis namang nakabalik ng kanilang puntos din itong PGJC Navy.
And Prudadera really just having a great day in terms of playmaking. Everyone being activated.
Tapos bumalik pa sila dun sa starters nila eh, no? Kaya bibigat lalo. For Navy as Jacob cross court, dug up by Alfaro, who as you noted has done a decent job. Keeping the ball alive for his side. Jacob sent back, but still no kill block. One more try here. Maverick with the underhand set. Oh, chance ball. They go to De La Vega. Oh, miscommunication there on defense. As this rally will continue. Finally, it will score for Jacob, but boy, that exchange was not pretty.
Oh, that's true, but Take a look at Jacob here. A very simple play, just tipping that over. But still a very effective one.
So we continue with this matchup as PGJC Navy leads 10-6. That ball will be killed. Good point for Maverick. Again, staying within striking distance. Hindi mo naman kailangan lumamang. Basta dyan ka lang. Huwag ka lang magpaiwan. Give yourself an opportunity in the end.
And then what's working for them is that they're getting the attack points, but they're also playing clean, not giving a lot of free points to PGJC Navy.
Runner. Oh, first block. That scores for Maverick. That was courtesy of Rakaza.
And you know, this impact players can really give Maverick some confidence here in this game. Let's take a look at the replay. You know, Rakaza against Kiel in that one.
So coming from a mile away, no? Nakita niya saan pa pwesto itong si Peter Kiel. And like any good setter, give it right back to him.
As we mentioned again and again, PGJC Navy just really quick in converting a point. There we go, Kiel with an easy outing.
Stan will try. He's blocked. Drop though will head out. So Maverick will only be down 2 points here, 11-9 against the Sea Lions.
And we're starting to see a good matchup between these two teams because there are exchanges, you know, good exchanges in terms of attack points. And for Mavericks, if they can keep it this way, they actually have a chance to extend this match.
Kiel again, that middle has been activated now here in the third set.
Oh, no blockers at all there. Kiel definitely just had the advantage. Continues to go to the same spot.
Now it will be a little more difficult reading what the Sea Lions are planning to do. But another service error from Jacobin.
Really not a good day for him, and the service line still hasn't found a solution in terms of execution. And you see the frustration on his face, you know.
De La Vega won't score just yet. Chance ball though. Pupunta kay Greg Dolor. Someone touched the net and it will be Dolor. So it's only a 1-point game right now, 12-11 for PGJC Navy.
Dolor scraping the net there as seen this replay on his way down actually. His head hits the net.
Good touch from Cebrero.
Chance ball.
That was not pretty. Sometimes when you try to be a bit showy, to go for the highlight, it could lead to situations like this as we're tied at 12.
De La Vega trying to take that one, but that set was too tight. Dolor had no room to adjust anymore.
And look at this. First taste of the lead for Maverick since about this stage of the first set.
No, that's true. And you see the confidence on the side of Mavericks. We said that earlier. You know, they can get those impact plays towards the end stretch of the second set, and they were able to carry it on in this third set.
Maybe you could say that they might have felt a little bit too comfortable with how they won the second set. Felt a little too casual here in the third. Right now, they were able to score a point to tie things up again.
Serving for the Sea Lions.
Peter Kiel serving. Kim dug up by Kiel. They go to Dolor, sent back. Kiel playing great defense there. De La Vega with a touch. And that will score for Maverick.
PGJC Navy starting to scramble in that floor defense.
And now you're seeing more positives on the side of Maverick.
That's true.
Bit more energy, cheering for each other, playing loose.
And the playing more cohesively, as you mentioned, that was lacking on the second set.
Good serve there. Oh, De La Vega. Referee saying there was a touch. Good cross-court attack. Dolor chases it down. De La Vega will send it across. Oh, that was a gap in the defense of PGJC Navy, and the Maverick now lead 15-13. Di man lang hihintayin ang technical timeout as Navy won their own timeout to arrest this game.
Di ba naman, di ba? Ba't tayo habang iba? Bakit naman eh? Bumawalik na naman tayo sa bad attitude natin na naninigas tayo pag lamang yung kalaban. Focus lang. Kayo lang mismo nagbibigay ng sa sarili niyo, problema sa sarili niyo eh. Kayang lumaban eh, kayo yung nawawala. Attitude na lang yan eh. Wala po kayo.
Let's go. Galaw, Navy! Uya!
RPTV na ang official at exclusive na channel ng Pambansang Liga ng Bayan on free-to-air. Sabay-sabay nating subaybayan ang PBA 48th Season Philippine Cup. All games live sa RPTV para sa Pinoy. And they might be victims of their own success, no? Kung gaano sila kagaling, ka-successful nung second set.
Coach George was saying, attitude na lang yan eh. So right now, no, they really have to pick up on that one. Because they can't relax against this Maverick team because Maverick actually 2 points ahead and they have the momentum.
Pero yung maganda lang for PGJC Navy, kahit na nalamangan sila dun sa first set, nakabawi naman to still win it. So let's see if that timeout will allow them to gather their wits and start working on this deficit. De La Vega gets it through.
De La Vega off the hands of his blockers there. Smart play. This replay intentionally going for the hands.
The ball hits the antenna. Calgana checks back in, replacing Tan. Toto De La Vega, 15 points in this matchup. The main man, especially in this third set. Jacob defending dun sa likod. They go to Dolor. Sent back. Oh, there was a gigantic hole in the middle, and it leads to an easy point for Navy.
Quick thinking there on the side of Brodadera. Didn't have to set that one, saw that hole, and went for that one right away. Great court sense there.
So they pull even. Back-to-back points after the timeout. De La Vega serving. That was a rocket, a good one. Oh, this is even better coming from Cortez. And for the first time in this entire matchup, we are heading into the second technical timeout of the set with Maverick leading. They're up 16-15. Kim Tan scored 9 points in their first game, but his offense is being a little bit missed here in their second game of the tournament. But what's good about them is that they're competing. They're fighting back here in the third after being waylaid in the second set. 16-15. Lamang ang Maverick. Jacob will send that across. Back row attack. That scores again for Maverick.
No, Cortez really has been that impact player on the side of Maverick. From the back row there, with the right angle, with the right power and speed to get that point.
Oh, that will be out. They were asking for what, a possible overreach maybe?
Yes.
But the referee not calling it. And you have to say that they lost their focus a bit when they did not get the call that
that's true.
they wanted.
But I think that one was actually good, legal.
So that would be an attacking error on the side of Maverick. Their lead down to 1. And Captain Greg Dolor, of course, he wants to finish things off here and now, and that service ace will certainly help their cause.
Getting some help from the net there, disrupting the timing of the passers on the side of Mavericks. No one there. Approach that ball.
17-17, PGJC Navy pulling even once again. Another mighty serve from Dolor.
Out of system there, a chance ball.
On the second touch, that is wide coming from Jacob. Oh no, it hits the line for Jacob.
A better execution on their side. Decided to play faster there. An assist from the libero.
Normally, yung mga plays na ganyan, it resulted to attack errors actually from Navy. This is the first time that they really got it on point. This 3-0 run.
Yeah, you see the intention to deceive the blockers, to deceive the floor defense, and finally they were able to execute that play.
Back points heavily in favor of PGJC Navy, but this will be another service error. This time from Greg Dolor, as we're back to deadlock, 18 apiece.
A really close set all throughout so far.
Jacob just sending it across. Another chance here for PGJC Navy. They go back to Jacob. Net touch as well on the side of Maverick.
A great set there. I mean, only one blocker in front of Jacob. So this is gonna be, very important for Mavericks because, if they're able to apply what they learned from their previous game, from the previous set, it's gonna be really good for them. I mean, the strong end game, that's what they need right now.
But who will stand as their leader, diba?
That's
Sino
true.
yung magpapakita ng experience to keep things afloat for them. Jacob has been hammering it home. Halos siya na lang yung pinupuntahan dito ng Navy late in the third set.
And everyone just really shining offensively on the side of PGJC Navy. I mean, a lot of, lethal weapons offensively.
We have a timeout now from Maverick. Let's listen into their huddle.
Tayo pagkatapos na tsaka natin bibitawan. Nahawakan natin, pas bibitawan natin. Mag-isip kayo. Sige, kaya niyo yan. Endgame yan.
Team. Pag kukunin natin bola, hawakan na natin kasi sayang. Tapos sa blockings, hindi pwedeng yung gusto natin na block bola agad eh. Kahit ano lang natin, pa-assign lang natin, sayang kasi.
Hindi pwedeng habulin mo yung area ni Will.
Go Pag walang pasa, adjust. Pag may pasa, patay na agad. Huwag natin sayangin.
Enjoy ma.
Get 7-day premium access to NBA, PBA, UAAP, PVL, and other leagues, along with exclusive shows when you download Pilipinas Live. Register now for free. And we have exclusive volleyball shows, Aces, exclusive basketball shows, Puso to Puso with Mark Pingres. So really no excuse for any sports fan but to have Pilipinas Live up and running in your phones. That is a missed hit. Might as well, di ba? Ayaw mo namang lumayo ang lamang ng PGJC Navy if you are Maverick.
Especially in this end stretch of the match. You know, PGJC Navy just 4 points away. 5 points rather, taking this match.
I don't think they've had a successful head coach challenge, right, in this match.
No, at least one probably on their side, but most of the challenges actually were unsuccessful. Oh, very clear there. Wala.
So an unsuccessful challenge.
High pressure moments on the side of Mavericks. PGJC Navy suddenly controlling this game.
Yeah, but the block points slowing down, no, for PGJC Navy as they commit another service error. They had 5 in the first set. (21-19). Let's see if Maverick can pull off one last run to stay in this, but Alejandro makes up for that serving mistake.
Everyone really just contributing on the side of PGJC Navy.
Tadera and De La Vega come in as they're only looking for 3 more points to get their 2nd straight win of our tournament. Block will go in for Peter Kiel. Sinasabi pa lang natin na nabawasan yung kill blocks nila. Peter Kiel reminds us again why they've dominated that exchange.
Again, a perfect execution in the net defense. Kiel with the right timing to get the kill block.
They will go to Jacob once again, and he will deliver.
Jacob has been unstoppable in this 3rd set. If there's one player, you know, who led the team in this set, especially in offense, it has been Jacob on the side of the PGJC Navy.
We have another timeout on the side of Maverick Hard Hitters. Let's listen in again.
Ito, nasa harap mo, yung basta nga sa'yo, binalik mo pa yung palo mo, open ka na sa hindi mag-isip ka. Sayang binibigay sa'yo. Guys, may isa na lang sila, isang pasa. Masyado kang pumapasok. Hindi ibabaw yun, hindi si Greg Dolor yun. Ha? Area ka. Ha? O, kapitan natin, subukan natin. Ganyan yan.
We are at match point already for PGJC Navy. they're feeling all relaxed.
Oh, that's so true. Well, they have the advantage here, but for Mavericks, they need good passing right now.
Let's see if they can just extend this game a little bit further. Yes, they will.
There you go, Tan, getting that point.
Now Honrado checking in. Honrado played a lot in the 2nd set. First opportunity to play here in the 3rd. And it's a pressure-packed situation. Serve will have to be clean. They go to Kiel. And that will be the end of it. One last middle attack for PGJC Navy. Allows them to win back-to-back games.
just, executing, flawless volleyball offensively. Net defense was there, floor defense was there. So, them just really playing almost perfect volleyball in today's game.
It looked dominant in the second set, but you have to hand it to Maverick for competing better in the third set. Unfortunately, it all fell apart late in the third, where PGJC showed their experience, their chemistry, and as a result, it will be a 3-set sweep for PGJC Navy. The Sea Lions go up to 2-1.
You're still watching the Spectre Surf 2024 and I am with the best player of this match, na si Louie Pododera. Louie, after 2 sets, nag-decide humabol ang Maverick sa third set. No? Pero narinig ko si Coach kanina, sabi niya sa inyo, huwag kayong magpapa-apekto sa lamang. Ano nangyari doon?
Nag-relax lang kami sa depensa, sa service. Marami yung service error namin.
Mukhang nag-work yung video kay kanina sa dugout. Pero sa tingin mo ba ang mas nag-work talaga dito ngayon yung opensa niyo?
Ang nag-work talaga yung depensa at opensa kasi pag walang depensa, hindi ka naman makapalo pag walang depensa.
Ay, maraming salamat. Alam mo, may isa pa akong tanong sa'yo. Kamusta kayo ngayon? Kasi alam ko 2 weeks pa lang kasama nyo si Coach George, ano?
Oo, 2 weeks pa lang. Maraming adjustment pero nakaka-cope up naman yung mga sistema na tinuturo niya.
Maraming salamat. Louie Pododera, balik sa inyo.
Binabati ko yung mga pamilya ko. Thank you sa sponsor ng... thank you sa nagsusupport sa amin. Tita Peng, Tiwi, Global Remit Sangre, at Tito Jason. Thank you.
Okay, maraming salamat. Balik sa inyo, Carlo Nayel.
Maraming salamat for that interview. Nabalita na sa atin kung ano yung kanta. Right Here Waiting by Ben and Ben. Tama ba? Sila ba yung kumanta? Sila yata Set 3 highlights of this matchup. They kept it close. You have to hand it to the Maverick Hard Hitters. Nilabanan nila, pinakita nila that they can bounce back. No? Hindi sila magpapalamang ng ganun-ganun na lamang. Katulad nung nangyari sa second set. But in the end, the poise of the more experienced team of the squad that has been a squad longer, much longer. It showed as they picked up a win in 3 sets.
That's true. Mavericks was able to keep it close, especially offensively. They were able to improve in that department. They were, more cohesive in that set. But as you mentioned, the experience and chemistry is just so hard to beat on the side of PGJC Navy. As you see the numbers again, PGJC Navy, not a big disparity, but still somehow dominating it. Mavericks, we tried to look for those skill blocks. Finally, they were able to tally that in the third set, but again, it was just too late for them. They need to learn how to have that strong end game because they are able to keep it close in some sets. It's just really a matter of staying consistent for them.
Ganda sana, na-limit nila yung errors nila to just 3. But again, it would not be enough due to that overwhelming lead in attacks for PGJC Navy. Up next, we have a good one. Signal HD Spikers versus the Savage Spin Doctors. Still here inside the Phil Sports Arena sa pagpapatuloy ng inyong 2024 Spikers Turf Open Conference. Maraming salamat po and do stick around. Our second game is coming up next.